while he's taking care of the kids. He seems happy. Real, bro.
Well, look what the cat dragged.
Dude, Kira is done. I don't know if you guys can tell, she hasn't said much, but in this very short clip, her demeanor is a lot different than the other video we watched where she was often very kind of in Oscar's face of what's next. And just to give you guys scope, after they posted that video, I'm not the only person that did a video. I think Most, noise. Oh my god, it is. That man, he did a video on them as well, and he absolutely demolished this woman. There was a lot of other people that did videos on it. They described it as the worst breakup in YouTube, one of the worst breakups in YouTube history, and everyone pretty much described Kira as the aggressor. Can you imagine being in this relationship with Oscar and feeling like you were completely in the right? We're going to take a second to go into Bo's assumption world. I know we live in here a lot, but I try to at least let you guys know when I make these assumptions. I think that Kiera is really angry because I think that the channel is her idea. Usually, I think women are the ones that see a family channel and decide that they want to pick up a camera and get started on it all. So over a couple of years, Kiera had multiple children, which, oh my God, what a strain on the body. She basically birthed the actors on the channel, created the channel, created the infrastructure for the business, and launched everything. And in her eyes, Oscar got to sit there and collect on everything, right? That's how she was feeling, I think. I believe that that resentment grew and grew and grew while she felt like she had basically built the channel on her back, and she thought that Oscar was just this bumbling idiot. That's what I think. And then I think that when that breakup video came out, all of Kira's frustrations came out, but they weren't articulated well. She came off as a manipulator. She came off as angry. She came off as a lot of different things, and it really painted her in a bad light. And then after that, everyone on the internet came down. So in this video, I feel like I can see Kira feeling absolutely defeated and also completely misunderstood. It doesn't mean that it's right. It doesn't mean that the way Kira treated Oscar was correct. I think that the internet needed to check her. But that's what I think was going on in her world. And I think that Kira doesn't think anyone will ever understand the work that she put in on this channel and how Oscar kind of got to like ride in. And I'm sure he did a lot of work, but she feels like I created the business. This was my idea. I created the channel. I birthed the actors that are on the channel. You know what I mean? She's got a lot of resentment and she's not articulating it well. Okay, we're leaving Bo's assumption world. We're going back to the video. Watch this.
She's gonna, we're being civil, alright? But number one, she's gonna watch the video, I pack up the trailer, and then I'm gonna help her pack up the mattress and take it to your place. I haven't seen it. Am I going inside? Or am I just like...
She ain't even been in her new apartment. They hate each other.
Okay,
The government is paying for people to go back to school if they're interested in healthcare. So due to a shortage in the industry...
Thanks for helping me out. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Right. Everyone knows that thing. Look, I've been in a relationship and it doesn't seem like 10 years. But you're slow as hell when you do that. So I'll see you in like hours.
Maybe that was just the only time I got away from you when we were together.
Oh,
Never think about that.
God. You know what? This is a big yikes, but you know what they're showing, like, through this? They're showing what a divorce is like. Don't y'all think that this is pretty real? I actually think that it's kind of healthy that they're showing what a divorce is like, but these people clearly fucking hate each other. And they're knee deep into the business. They're still going to continue to exploit their children while putting their most vulnerable moments on the internet, and they're going to battle each other and show the internet what a divorce looks like, and also a very public, messy divorce with everyone online, including myself, interjecting their opinions.
You don't have hours. So you got like 30 minutes.
Also, fuck, I didn't think about this. We always talk about the humiliation.
Leave your eye alone.
And that's what I call it.
Leave
Putting
your eye alone,
vulnerable
dude.
moments online is a form of public humiliation. Okay? It just is. The other part about it that's really embarrassing is, can you imagine how embarrassing it is when your parents fight and your friend comes over? Okay, now imagine millions of people watching your parents fight. How embarrassing. How absolutely embarrassing. later moved to. So this is kind of their
Stop.
separate
Leave your eye
lives.
alone, Blue. Leave it. Stop.
Everybody here is
They're completely separated. So then watch a little bit of. So then Kiara goes to have a night in by herself, and this is her version of the vlog. So they're sharing the kids and sharing the channel and separately vlogging and basically showing the divorce, which honestly I think is really interesting because who else is doing this? This is weird.
Stuff or like extras, and I don't want to take those extras.
I don't think it's good for
obviously.
the kids. I
But
think
right
they
now,
need
I'm
to get the
mostly
kids
just
off
focused
the
on
channel.
packing, and then I'll probably come back in the next few weeks and like clean out my areas because obviously that's not Oscar's responsibility to have to clean up my stuff or like the mess my stuff made. I guess I should say. And I tried to remember because I almost forgot to like leave out things that I'm gonna need in the next few days because we all want to be superstars, but like unpacking an entire place in one day is just not gonna happen. So
Hire somebody. Bro, you can hire somebody to pack up your house for like $100 or $150 a day, bro. Like not for the full day, but like they will do it. Bro, you got a YouTube channel, 1.5 million subscribers on it. Run the economy. Pay somebody to tie yourself up. Come on now.
on that.
You know?
Yeah.
so actually, how come you figure it out when I leave? I both have my If you would have done this, we would be together. If you would have
Ooh.
Can't even fake it on camera for 2 seconds. Girl, what the fuck?
we could have made it work.
You learn best from your failures.
Everything else is fixable. How long that takes?
This video is from about a month ago after the internet came down with their breakup video. We're seeing the results of Kira being held accountable for her bad behavior and Oscar finally feeling like he has a voice in the internet with everyone supporting him. He's essentially been mentally abused in this relationship for a year, 2 years, probably longer. I mean, think about it. Kira is obviously very stressed out and she was pregnant multiple times in a row. That postpartum depression is not a joke. She was probably sitting there taking it out on him. He is happy, bro.
You didn't read them. You read all of them.
Okay, thanks. But like, what do we do with them?
You read them.
That's so rude to throw them away.
I know, considering you never read them.
I read most of them. I always saved them for when we got in a big fight. We got way more big fights than books that you could ever hold in 2 hands.
Oh my
You read them. You
god.
should study them. Okay, before.
But this is the only time he ever said that. You want to go there?
Well, no, I said some of these
Like I like your body, good butt.
Should we make a video of me going through these? Oh, that would be good, actually.
So
Then, a little
Is
bit.
it like a book of compliments?
I just wrote the first one. Let me know if you guys want to see a whole video on me.
Yo, guys, on a scale of 1 to 10, how passive aggressive is this all right now? Well, you know what? It's a strong 7. It's pretty aggressive, but it actually ain't that passive. It ain't that passive. Oh, damn. You guys all said like a 10. Like, it's pretty bad, bro. I can't even believe they're uploading it. They're doing it.
But, okay, Kira, why you're so awesome to Kira from Oscar.
Okay, read it. Come on.
Number 1, your sense of style is totally awesome. Number 2, you are the most awesome mother in the world.
It's fill in the blank. He didn't come up with all these on his own, okay?
Number 3, you have the funniest laugh. Hey, I'm still telling
Look, Oscar seems like he's a happy man, and I'm happy for him, but also at the same time, if my man had to fill in the blanks about why I'm awesome, I gotta go to. But also, hey, bro, she stayed around and kept having kids. I mean, shit. This is a personal red flag for me. I need you to write me a love letter, freehand.
Number 4, you are awesomely talented at making babies. Hey, dude, I'm proud of myself. Number 5, it was awesome to know you when I did.
And it is dick. Last time, you knew it.
Number 6, if you were a holiday, you'd be Valentine's Day.
I've never seen two people
Number
that
7,
hate each other.
it's awesome
more.
going to bed every night with you. Okay, I'm done with you. Okay.
Yeah, because he knows it was not awesome going to bed with her every night.
Should we read these on the video?
Yeah.
Horrible. You're gonna be like, never
Could
mind.
you, can I, in the same video though, can I write all the things
You hate about me?
about you?
I enjoy bragging to other people about your body, especially your ass.
Okay, did you give me that too much?
Take a picture
that one, I just wanted to kind of briefly chit chat with you guys about that one because I will actively be watching this channel because I have never witnessed a divorce before, especially a public messy one, and I will be watching these videos. And hey, isn't that wild?
They need to sacrifice. Did you see that? This is crazy.
Apparently, you can't arrest this girl because her dad owns this body cam watch, and they are digging up some dirt lately.
On February 21st, 2022, officers responded to a call of a suspected drunk driver.
Here we go.
The officer could approach the Tesla. The driver sped away.
Hey, that was so casual. Like, that's the moment that she made a decision. If you run away from the cops, especially if you're drunk, you better be ready to drive like Ryan Gosling because they are going to catch you. They are going to catch you, my boy. And here we are. The Tesla. Unplug it. Love when somebody does something just flat out wrong and then you call them out on it and they say, what? Like you're bothering them. Girl, just stay there for now. Why are you? Hey! Oh my god. Yo! But I know nothing happens in this video, so I'm leaving this for a minute. Real ballsy right here, sister. I would be on the ground crying right now. Are you kidding me?
Man, you need to come. I'm telling you to.
Sitting over here, legs crossed like bunny, chill as hell. You kidding me? No way. You gonna tase her? She got back. She got back. Oh my god, Ezra Miller, the Flash. What just happened? It's gone, bro. Oh, okay, I guess it wasn't as fast as I thought it should be. There you go. Oh, he can't open the puzzle. Oh my god. Get her. At this point, it's on principle, bitch. This is disrespectful. You're slowing me down. You're embarrassing me. You causing me problems, and I don't like it. Unplug the car. Dude, I'm putting this thing in sport. I'm like, I say that while I'm sitting under my blanket right now. Yeah, it's personal now, folks. She only stopped it now because she thought of something bad to say. On one ear. Don't approach the car. Yeah, dude, we're done. I will say, okay, on one hand, it's personal, and I'm tired of her too. But on the other hand, homeboy real antsy. He upset. He's upset. You can see it in all his movements. What are you doing? I'd be over her shit too. Yeah. Oh, no.
Is he
Do you
here?
guys think that Dad is going to be embarrassed by what she's done, or normally it's Mom, like Katie Sorensen, that will just keep sending stupid stuff. Dad's like, okay, I don't know. I'm stupid. Oh my god. Sorry, as it is. Mom, boys in the house. Run that back. You would have told me this is not okay. Like over here and check.
You ever wonder why spicy foods give you diarrhea? Hot spices like cayenne or chili peppers.
Okay.
That's right. Oh, the mom boys got it. Hey, no kicking, no spitting. And you eat your Cheerios and you sit, okay? That's legit parenting is me. Okay? Do you understand me, Gerald? I'm glad he called in a female officer. She was
Did she hyperventilate?
oh. Oh, we're just out there. No. Wow.
Oh. Ooh.
That dad, I keep waiting to see if dad shows up. Yep. So this lady was probably hearing everything on the radio like as it happened. So when she shows up, she's like, "Look, I know you stopped, ran, you're causing a problem." And then as soon as she gets to the scene, she gets her, and it was you flush out the mom voice. Oh, now we got more cops. Look, we're on an island. It's late at night. They bored.
This
Another
person.
lady cop.
Oh.
I'm loving our cast of lady cops today. Oh, that's such a great response. Have you guys been in a situation where you're dealing with a gaslighter and they make you explain to them their bad behavior and you say it and they swat it away and you say it again and they swat it away and now you don't know what to do because they refuse to digest that information, right? I love what she just said. She said, for the third time, you did X. I love the line for the third time because it's really just kind of rubbing in their face like, I said this three times. Are you? Do you have anything to do? No, I don't. He does show up. Dad's coming.
Ooh.
Pristine responses from this woman award-winning writer. Every single line, even down to the laugh.
Oh.
Every line is a win. Oh my god, she even has a mom laugh. She, oh, that face. Yeah, she's angry, confused. God damn, work on it. One last attempt. Man, yeah, she's strong. We're lucky to see you. Last week we discussed the angry crier that might have been like neglected or didn't have their needs met. This is like an entitled crier. This is the why is this happening to me crier. This is a much different cry. This one doesn't develop in your like, early years, like when you're a toddler. This develops in your teenage years.
Want to do a DNA investigation? Please give me a chance.
I want to know who dad is. Oh, you're no, dude. Nobody's curious who the dad is. I mean, I don't know. Like they honestly, they could give two shits, which I love, which is good for them. But I would be like the
Right.
officer, like that'd be me, like not scared, but you need to talk to my father and stop holding me like this. This is his property. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? One of his houses. She's trying to name drop so hard. Yep, she is. Hey, I bet her dad owns the island, but he only three houses. Oh, you're definitely wrong. Me? No, she's wrong.
I need to know. Are you going to do Phil Sprout or decide to do
Dad's showing up in a golf cart. Oh,
Okay. Then he's got the envelope for
daddy driving around the neighborhood in a golf cart. You do own something. You got a little bit of money. You know those neighborhoods. Rich neighborhoods in America, they really do be driving around in a golf cart. They be living
Mhm.
like you drive around the neighborhood like in a golf cart. Oh God. Imagine I got arrested like 5 years ago and I was I've been in Los Angeles for 3 years. What the fuck is
the amount of lives that you just put at risk is ridiculous. Okay? I have no sympathy for you right now because kids that live in this neighborhood.
true, yo? Yeah, shoot. Yeah, what was that?
You know how lucky you are you didn't kill someone. You for this thing, I don't want to take her out of handcuffs.
Fit for me.
God dang.
Bro, girl, get in the car.
Dang.
Get in the car. my bad behavior to me. I know what I did wrong, but I want you to say it so that I can try to argue with you and convince you that I didn't do what you know that I did. Yeah, imagine having a dad you can call for help from. Bro, imagine having a dad you can call. Imagine. Why am I going to jail? What is that? Man, the handcuff kind of hits with those bracelets. Are you gonna calm down? Your dad. Why did I go to jail? God, she has a special type of annoyance. Trying to hit another one of these deputies, and you are not talking to him.
Okay.
If you knew somebody in real life that had a viral body cam video of them being drunk and stupid, are you like treating them any differently? One in chat, if you would definitely treat them a little differently, maybe distance yourself. Two in the chat, if you're like, oh, okay, like it's fine. Like I hate to cheat. I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm somewhere between a 1.5 and a, because like I believe people can change, and like also if I really like somebody, I ride with them. Like even sometimes even when people are like kind of dumb, I'm like, okay, let me see. This is bringing a new level of deterrence for how guys are like even more scared to like do anything crazy because what if I get too drunk in public and next thing you know I'm on body cam.
He's upset.
Oh, and also, I'm so glad that Dad walked up and talked to
Mom.
Miss Momcop because Miss Momcop laid it all out articulately and
Mhm.
beautifully. I like our other officer, but her lines were place to be games when she tries to walk up on him again and see what happens.
Her
Like she's giving NPC, but Mom Cop is line by line, and also her tone, the way she articulates things.
Mhm.
I don't think Dad's gonna like fight back with her. She's good. Oh, uh-oh. Little wine in a can. Why are they? Also, can I just say, in videos, whenever we watch drunk people, I always try to guess what they're drinking based on their personality. This is not because I'm an alcoholic. Okay, I just think it's just.
Okay. Oops.
Well, do they know? Oh my God, just eat it. Is she God? Do they know where I was feeding? They were behind you. Hey, you didn't tell me. You didn't even read me my rights. They didn't read me my rights, so they don't tell me why I'm going in. Who told you? You already know. God! You resist, you're gonna have more. I'm not resisting. I'm right here. Right now. Dude.
Sound like a squeaky door.
What is happening? I told you. Well, but like oh call the paramedics and like this was a couple weeks ago, and she's like, okay, I can do it, and I'm like, okay, and I'm like, oh, thank you so much, actually, and like I'm like laying there on the couch, and like, bro, they really did show up. The paramedics showed up, and they were. I don't think I should even tell this story. We might have to cut this from the video. They were both two tall, hot, heavily tattooed aunties, and I was like, out of my panic attack. And so, anyways, it was embarrassing. It was so. It was. Oh, can I talk to my dad? Can I talk to my dad?
She got the
This
seatbelt
seems
on.
like the type of girl that's gonna lose it on her dad when she gets home talking about some why didn't you help me? And I'm like, why? She got out of her cups. Oh my god.
Whoa.
With them ugly ass bracelets on? Dude, Stephanie ready to turn back time. She said, we're not playing this game, Stephanie. She was ready to roll it back to the very beginning. Crazy how people can do this. Literal time lord. Time lord. I know you're not happy about what's going on. That's cool. I know this. What did I do?
Randomly.
You ran. Oh, yeah. Stephanie's interesting because normally people like this have a lot of different tactics. I've talked about this before. They have the panic. They have like a big tool. And in this role, she's got time lord and where's Anna? Her time lord is strong though. Time lord is when somebody repeatedly makes you tell them what they did wrong, and it's like you're starting back over the beginning. What did I do? What happened? I didn't do that. Where's my dad? What happened? What did I do? It's actually quite impressive. Groundhog Day, Memento, Doctor Who. Yeah, you've already slipped out of it once. Yeah, she's like, it's tight. It hurts because she wants to slip out of it again. Come on. Do anything wrong? Why is this happening to me? Back to the beginning. What you're supposed to do?
What?
Stop people. What? Stop people from hurting the others.
You could have killed someone.
But
I have zero sympathy for you right now.
name.
If a kid would have walked down the street and you would have hit him, you would have been charged with manslaughter.
Alright. Well, and only manslaughter. But you know, multiple kids have walked out in front of me, and I stopped and let them cross. Easy. Like little ducklings, she stopped and let them cross. Oh my god. What an impressive woman. This is impressive. I couldn't do this. I'm about to try. I'm about to just go out in the world and start gaslighting people with these tactics. This one looks fun. Time Lord looks like a fun one. What did I do? When? How did I do it? What did I do? Who saw? When were they for? Huh? Where was I? What did I do? When? How did I do it? Huh?
You would have had no time to stop, Stephanie.
Well, I did.
You could have killed yourself, others, and me.
But I didn't. So what do you
Thank God you didn't. Thank God.
I'm gonna ask you one more time. Why am I here?
Thank you.
Blue, wait.
Reckless driving, DUI, fleeing and looting.
Blue.
DUI on what? And reckless driving on what?
Reckless driving
No,
because the
it's
speeds you were
okay.
going and running stop signs, you could have easily killed someone. You had no regard for other people's
watch. Alright, DUI. You want to charge me of a DUI, but you have nothing. Really? We're gonna let you answer right now. You're gonna check that now, but why you say that before?
She flew to dead girl. I mean, we are new. Alcohol in the car. She ain't even have to take her teeth out for that. Good lord. Good lord. It's like dad, made the right choice of like, hey, Ducky, you're going to jail tonight. See you later. Right.
Stop running Facebook ads or paying companies to get listing appointments. It doesn't give you the return on investment you're looking for. It's time consuming, and most often than not, you're spending your time with duds, leads that will never actually sell. Instead, run YouTube ads. This is exactly how our agents are able to get qualified, ready to list sellers every single month coming to them. I've personally spent over $200,000 of my own money on different social media platforms to try to figure out exactly which platforms can generate the best quality leads when it comes to sellers. And I've learned a valuable lesson. I can tell you that right now, YouTube ads outperform all other strategies when it comes to getting listings. Not only can I prove it, I can also guarantee it. Remember,
What?
YouTube is run by people.
Any chance you want to look at the list of projects?
Oh, wow.
I'm tired.
All right.
Tired. I just went up 3 flights of stairs. Granted, that was 15 minutes ago, but I'm still suffering consequences. I'm always out of shape. I don't like to go to the gym. If you've ever
Yeah.
seen it on my Instagram story,
A podcast with her wall.
With her wall?
Yeah, because she's just talking to herself.
That's just what her lives are.
Yeah, but she said it's not live, and she doesn't have to talk to a live people, live audience.
I need to get back to the
You're
gym
sort of-
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like my father, which personally, like, I just don't want that. Like, there's not really a world, I think, where most people, like if you're a chick, and you probably don't want to look like your dad, especially if you haven't, like, really met him.
Yeah.
I think that's just, like, generally a problem. I have met him before, but we're not going to get into all that. Just, like, not here. But anyways, it's like what is this? The jowls or something? Is that the area that's underneath this? I know that some of you guys listen to me, like, on my main channel on here, and for some reason you think I'm smart or something, and I'll just say some dumb shit like that. I think it's the jowls. I think I have my father's jowls. And they're coming in clear. So I think we're all messed up here, boys. I'd like to go and like the drop the mute, maybe try to do it faster or something. What's new here? We're supposed to be right. Goals. I'm also surprised that I'm so tired. Like, not just exhausted, but also just tired in general. Because this weekend, today that I'm filming this is a Tuesday. Um, weekend, I spent the whole weekend on the island, or at least like all of Saturday. The island is my bed.
Oh.
That's right. That's right. Your boy spent 10 hours in bed on Saturday. It was fucking lit. Oh, I don't know. Okay, people online, they have this little term that they've been using lately called bed rotting, and like, I just don't like that because I'm flourishing when I'm in bed, okay? Like, a Saturday, a 9 to 10 in bed, and like, I call it a 9 to 10 because by 7 o'clock I'm asleep, and I'm still in bed. I mean, really, it's a 24-hour. But anyways, I'm not bed rotting. I hate to use this term, but I just want you to understand the vibe. I'm bed thriving. I'm having the best time. I'm waking up at like 7:58. I'm an early bird. I'm not an early riser because I don't rise. But I do wake up at like 7:58 a.m. I also wake up at 4:15 a.m. I wake up at 2:10 a.m. and then I usually wake up around like 12:50 a.m. It's called PTSD. It means that I wake up in the middle. This is true. I don't know if this is oversharing. I think it's funny. I personally think it's funny, but yeah, dude, this is true. Because nights ago, I took a Benadryl and I was out. Like I woke up at 7 a.m. and I was like, this is unbelievable. Granted, I don't like to do that every night because I like to fall asleep naturally, but like I don't know what I was talking about before this, but let me just continue on this train of thought. I'm at a war between do I want to sleep 8 hours straight peacefully and like wake up really groggy and have to take like a Benadryl to fall asleep every night, or do I want to wake up every 3 hours out of bed like where's the enemy? Where's the threat? Like that's basically what's happening. And I I had a good sleep, but I think I'm gonna stick with natural. Uh, I'm cracking myself up over here. I'm gonna stick with natural, which is waking up every couple of hours and just like making sure everything's good, which it is, and then going back to sleep. So, anyways, I wake up. Back to my Saturday.
Shaving, waxing, and clinical lasers are officially out. Soft, ingrown, free skin is in.
I wake up at 7:50 in the morning. I don't know what it is. I always wake up before 8. And then like I'm on my phone, I'm like looking at Reddit, I'm looking at TikTok, like little like videos and stuff like that. I deleted my Twitter years ago, so all of my social media stuff is like fairly positive, and I'm just like, oh haha, having the best time. And then like my friends start waking up, and I'll like text them, and then I'm back on my phone, on my Nintendo Switch, like playing some games, and then usually I'll go to my call log and call one of my friends. I don't know if this behavior is normal, but this is my idea of like a good day. I'll call up one of my friends. I said before, I have like 8 best friends. And like I'm not kidding. Like I literally have like 8 best friends. But it's because over the past 10 years, I will call you. I will call you randomly almost every week to check in. I'm not a FaceTimer. Do not FaceTime. Don't FaceTime me unprompted. I don't like that. But I will call you. Hey, what's going on? And we'll just like chat. So that's why I feel like I still have like strong connections with all these people because I will text you. I will call you. So anyways, around like 11 or 12, it's like when I do my phone calls, I'll usually like call 2 friends. Um, oh my god. And days where I stay in bed all day. I think what I'm doing sometimes is I'm resting, but I'm also boring myself so much that I come up with some type of creative idea. And this week, I know exactly what I did for most of the day. I did not just scroll all day on TikTok. I was actually playing. Okay, so my birthday is in February. And originally, my plan was to go to Japan for my birthday. I did that last year, and I wanted to do it again this year. I was like, I'm going to take off in February, and I'm just going to, like, chill for a minute. Because part of my job, we have the luxury to just, like, take off a few weeks and recharge. And I worked at 9 to 5 for many, many years. Like, I'm going to take my break, all right? Now that I can just sign myself off and work from home, right? So I was like, I'm going to go to Japan for a few weeks, take some time off live streaming, chill. And then I took time off during the holidays. So I was like, I was going into a panic because I'm also kind of a workaholic. I'm like, I can't take a month off. And I was like swirling. I just didn't want to do it. So I canceled Japan, canceled my hotel, canceled my flight, like, whatever. And then I was like, well, I still want to do something for my birthday. I swear to God, this ties into, like, I still want to do something for my birthday. So I started talking to my boyfriend, and I'm like, dude, let's go to like Cabo in Mexico for a couple of days. It's 2 hours away. I've never been there before. I've been to Mexico one time. It was really dope, but I haven't been to Cabo. I was like, you won't get any jet lag. It'll just be like a couple of days. It'll be a blast. And he's like, yeah, I'm down. So I start looking at pricing and the flights aren't that expensive, but the resorts are expensive. And I was like, I'm not paying no $3, $4, $5,000. So we're looking at Cabo, and I'm like, I'm not paying all that, bro. I was like, I'm just not paying it. And like, I know it's not that much money, but I don't know, guys. Business business owners have to pay taxes at the end of the year, like in at the end of December. And my tax guy called me at the. I don't even know if I should be telling you this. He called me on December 12th and told me how much money I had to pay on December 31st, and I was like, great, like screaming internally. So that's why I'm like, I'm just, bro, I'm not spending like all this money to go to Cabo. And I was like, bro, I told my boyfriend, I was like, Cabo is off the table. I'm not doing it. No. So then I started looking at TikToks of Cabo because it's Saturday and I'm in bed and I'm like, wait, this looks kind of cute. And I'm like, hold on, let me think of something. And then I was like, dude, Vegas, and I'll use like my reward points to just like book something. So then I feel good about it because I've, accumulated a bunch of these reward points. And I'm looking for hotels. I swear to God, this guy's back on Saturday. Like, this is what happened Saturday. So I'm scrolling through and I see like, dog, I see a couple. Hold on, let me explain this. In Vegas, on weeknights, when nobody is going to Vegas, you can get hotel rooms for like $8. Bitch, I'm not lying. Look it up. You'll see like $64, $60, and then it'll be like Tuesday, $8. So my birthday falls on a Sunday, and I was like, bro, like I'm gonna do some of these off days. So I'm figuring it out with my reward points. I'm able to get one of the biggest suites in Vegas. And I'm like, absolutely. I can liberate a little bit more. And with the flights, I can get my flight for free. If me and my boyfriend can fly for free, we get the hotel room for free. It's a gangster room. I'm like, yes, let's do it. So this is about 2 o'clock on a Saturday. And I decide to go to Vegas. And then yeah, now I have to plan a trip. Okay. So I have a couple friends that live in Vegas. Some of the best. They live like in Vegas because I used to live there. So I decide to invite my friends out to Vegas, like to stay in this giant room with me and like chill. And like we're not drinking this weekend. Like we're literally just gonna have like Vegas wholesome sober party. It's gonna be fun, right? So naturally, yes, I'm 30 years old, but what do we need? Conspiracy onesies. I'm not kidding, bro. I'm not really a conspiracy guy, but like my boyfriend likes it, my best friend likes it. So we're like, dope. I don't even know how this happened, but we end up getting a Sasquatch onesie, a Cthulhu onesie. Who else? An alien onesie, and then a Mothman onesie. I'm going to be Mothman. We get a couple board games. We decide we're going to go see some Vegas shows. And then, this is the most important part. I can't believe I'm standing up for this. Look, Jesse's going to be like, I need to get it in focus. I don't care. Doesn't need to be in focus. The most important thing is we have to go to the buffet. All right? I'm a buffet girl. I'm a buffet girl through and through. And I just found out recently that some people don't fuck with buffets like that. Like my boyfriend is not that into buffets, but me, like this is my heaven. In my world, when you die and you climb up the ladder, I don't know if you get like shot up or if you climb up the ladder. When you go up there, before you get to the gates where they like go through the list and tell you if you're getting in or not, there's a buffet. That's like that's how I picture it. So a Vegas buffet is like my final heaven, and it's the same for my friend. Now remember, I'm in bed. This is on Saturday. I'm on the phone, and we're planning this out. And so we're like, we have to go to the buffet. So we're looking for like the best buffet. And naturally, as East Coast girls, we pick one that has a seafood buffet. I've been there before. They have what I would describe as shrimp mountain. I love seafood. I love seafood, okay? So does my friend. She's from Maryland. When we're done with that, that's gonna be a fucking shrimp bowl. That's gonna be a shrimp pot. A shrimp pothole, okay? When we're done with it, the crab legs gone. Done. Everything destroyed. Like we're gonna be carnivorous on this day. This buffet is gonna be dope. But after the buffet, we have to race off to our VIP seats at BattleBots. I don't know how we decided this, but that's the show that we did. It was hold on, let me I have to like tell you what the name of the show is. BattleBots Destructathon Killer Robots Fight. It's a giant robot anaconda head eating another robot with fire. So I get the tickets for me and my other friend, and then another one of my friends confirms, and I'm like, great, bought your tickets. We got the VIP section for this. I don't know how all that's gonna pan out, but I think it's gonna be a good time. Remember, it's Saturday. I'm still on the island. I'm on the phone. I'm like planning all this out, and my friend and I are like so giddy. We're loving this. Okay, so we invite a couple people over to like play board games. You know, we get the onesies, so it's like the vibe. You know, it's chill. And we're like, dude, should we do another Vegas show? And it was like, yeah, let's like see what they have going on. You know, it's like Aguilera, there's a Creole bar, which I pay, I'm not paying $150 like per ticket for all of this. I know it's my birthday, but a lot of times I like take care of my friend's stuff because I don't know, I just like to. Like, they'll chip in for some shit, but like overall, I like to, handle stuff. And I'm not paying $150 right? I'm not doing it. So then we find this magic show that's like $50. And I'm like, okay, I can get into that. And I'm looking at the tickets, and they have like a couple options. It's like second row, $70, third row, to like a VIP couch. But for $650, you can hire like hire the magician to do what?
Each give a live for the never change your mind.
Absolutely. My diner was, and it was like you can hire the magician. Call this number. And so I told him we should call the number. They're the reviews. So now it's like 3 o'clock on Saturday. I'm looking through the reviews, and I keep seeing everyone talking about this one magician that they really, really love. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but let's call him Mustachio. Okay, it was some kind of name like that, Mustachio. And Mustachio was the real deal, bro. This guy had like long gray hair, a big forehead, and like long fingers. And like every single one of his photos, he like even sold like magician equipment online. And so I'm like, dude, we have to get Nastasia. And I told my friend, I was like, but I feel weird if I'm calling and booking my own magician for my own birthday. And I was like, you gotta call. And she was like, but I feel weird because like I have like phone anxiety and I don't want to like talk to people. I'm like, you're talking to me right now. And she's like, okay, well let's do it together. I'm like, fine. It's like 3:30 at this point. And so we call the number. This guy answers, and he's like Las Vegas Magicians of Magic, something like that. I don't know. Like, that's whatever the company's name is. And I'm like, we both are on the phone, and I was so anxious. So what am I supposed to say? And I was like, and then I'm like, okay, confidence, Erica. I call myself Erica on this podcast. That's so weird. Because this is just like your boy, all right? This is just raw. You're just getting raw dog right now. So I'm like, hello, we're calling to book Nastasia. And he's like, oh, yes, yes, yes. He's like, what date are you interested in? And I was like, we would like Nastasio for February. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, he's out of town until then. And I'm like, I want this guy because he's the real deal. He's got the long hair, the big forehead, and the skinny fingers. I need Nastasio. And so we were like, okay, well, who else do you have? Like, who would be the magician for that day? And he was like, it would be Tony. Tony? We go, okay, well, we'll call back. And so we look up this company and we find Tony. And Tony was like not it. Like his Instagram was like your dad's friend's Instagram that like chills in the garage a lot and like has probably done like 6 posts. You know, like Tony wasn't. It wasn't Mustasio. Mustasio, you know, uh, and like, and I was so into that. Like that's what I wanted. I wanted us in our little conspiracy onesies all lined up on a bar top and in Mustasio being no, like I'm all in on this, you know. So we get right, well, we have to find a magician now. It's like 4 o'clock. I'm still on the island. I don't know what you guys do when you're in bed like all day, but I swear part of the reason I do it is so that I bore myself into like doing something crazy. And this is the crazy thing that I do. Also, this is abnormal. Is it abnormal? I don't know. I don't know. You'll have to tell me if I'm like weird. I'd like to think I'm fun. You know, I told you it before. My personality textbook is court jester. Also, God, I can't believe I've rambled on this so long and I didn't even tell you guys about this is so much. Okay, okay. So we have to find a magician. And we started like looking around. And some magicians, they're just like not, I don't know. I don't know. It was hard. And eventually we find two that were like so stoked on. And you can just like text the magician directly. So we're like my friend and I are like evaluating like all of his profiles because like he's also got to have like I don't know. I want is it messed up for me to say I want him to look like a magician? Like I don't know what a magician looks like. What do you think a magician looks like? Like when you're probably thinking like Mustachio. God, I loved him. He was it. You know, we didn't know if his hair was real, but he was doing it, bro. And we settle on this guy. Not settle. We're stoked. We get this guy that has been like on TV doing like a lot of magic stuff. But Masaccio used to travel Europe and do shows. He was just the real deal. Um. Anyways, we found a magician. That's it. That's the story. So that's what I'm doing for my birthday. We hired a magician. He's gonna come to this speech. This guy's expecting, but we're just all gonna be sitting here in our little outfits. And I mean, we're paying him a good amount of money. I'm gonna set up a little green room for him because that's my thing. You know, there's like an extra room with a door, and so in my head, I'm like so excited. We're gonna like set up water and put some peanuts in there for him, or I don't know what if he's allergic to nuts. We'll ask him. Any allergies, Mr. Magician? And we'll set some food up in there set it up, and he's gonna feel special. That's fun for me. I don't know why. I you can tell me what type of person I am. I don't know what type of person I am. Wait, how much time do we have left in this? How long have we been going? I shot myself in the foot for Christmas. Okay, not literally, but metaphorically. I mean, this is full on my fault. I posted a TikTok about this, and I don't think that many people saw it. Like a couple of you guys did, but let me, dude. I can't believe this happened. And this is like not a bit. It started as a bit, but the last part. Okay, so I talked about this on my stream a couple months ago. I randomly found this subreddit, and it was called R White Cat, and it was just people posting photos of their white cats. Now I also have a white cat. His name is Stanley, and there's a lot of cats that are a similar breed that look exactly like Stanley. So when I'm scrolling the subreddit family brothers, and they're so cute. And for some reason, remember, I'm a court jester. That whole story I just told you, like, that's weird. Who does that? Like, I'm just like the that's Okay, picture me like I've based my whole personality off of like a Powerpuff Girls girl. Like I'm never gonna like do anything bad, but I'm just here to have fun. It's very mysterious. So I came up with this idea to start sending my boyfriend photos of my cats that are not Stanley to see if he'll notice. Like fun for me, you know? I just think it's silly. So I'm picking these photos that look like him, and I'm cropping them very strategically because my boyfriend is very aware of what our house looks like. Like he's very into like aesthetic and the design, and he gets all that stuff. And I felt like I could get away with the cat, but I felt like he would recognize an ugly carpet and be like, "That's not in our house." So I'm like very strategically cropping and selecting these pictures so that they don't have like ugly blankets or carpets or shelving behind them. And so I start like firing them off, and like I'll send him a photo of this non-Stanley cat, and I'll be like, "Oh, look how cute." Move on to the next subject, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I got away with it." Now, keep in mind, when I started doing this, I was like, "Oh, this will make a funny TikTok or something." Okay, like that was kind of the thought, but I was like, "Let's do a few of these, right?" So I do. I keep sending him these photos of cats that are not Stanley. If you look on my TikTok, I actually like posted screenshots of the conversation and the cats that I was sending him, and he doesn't figure it out. I think I got away with sending like 3 or 4 different photos. In retrospect, I feel so bad about it. I just don't. So then something unexpected happens. Stanley gets sick, and he has some kind of allergic reaction to like using fur on his face and on his body. And so it would one, it just felt weird to do this little prank when Stanley was sick. And then two, it would be very obvious that it wasn't Stanley because it would look like the hair was growing back. So it stopped the operation. We ceased the prank. It's over. And fast forward to December. This had all happened late October, November, perhaps. I go to visit my boyfriend for the holidays in his family, and they give me a couple of presents. And one of the presents is it's a hold on, second everybody. Okay, I got it. So they, my boyfriend's family give me a gift, the lovely gift. Um, it's this T-shirt, and if podcast listeners, you'll have to check TikTok, but everybody else, he gave me this shirt, which I love. But the problem is, at one point, they had asked my boyfriend for a couple photos of Stanley to make the shirt. And because of my little prank, this is Stanley, this is Stanley, and this one is not Stanley. This is a random cat. Hey, you're on speakerphone. Hey, dude, I was calling you earlier because I wanted to tell a story about that guy. No, I just needed you to tell me it was okay. Okay, well, I need like explicit permission, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to paint you as a good person. I'm just kidding. All right, okay, bye. So they give me this shirt, and I'm looking at this shirt, and I'm like, oh my god, how do I tell his family that I'm a crazy person that was how do I express this to them? I don't know. I did. They took it very well. They thought it was funny. But now I have this shirt that has 2 Stanleys on it and a fake Stanley, and it's my fault. me trying to play a prank on him ends in me getting like super pranked. It's just so silly. Also, listen, my stories tend to end very abruptly because I know somebody's gonna relate to this because I do this thing where I'm telling a story and I'm really into it because I'm like reliving the story and I'm like, ah, this is so crazy. And then as I get to the end of the story, I'm like, why do I talk so much? I'm so annoying. It's just end of the story. It's just kind of very abruptly. Anyways, I'd like to introduce my guests. Hey, you guys can come. Come on. Okay, look. I know I never have guests on, but guys, I never have guests on, like ever, for anything.
Wow, what an honor.
Literally nothing. They're gonna eat you guys alive.
Probably.
I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding, bro. I don't know why. I feel like I don't have guests on because sometimes my audience is like the photographers. They have names. Justice and Caleb. I okay, so these are my homies. They take photos. Dude, your photos are crazy. Every time I look at your feed, I want to like scream and throw up. I'm like, how did I find this woman? Your stuff is cool. It's like creative.
I tried.
Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna interrogate you too much. Listen, I brought them here because I think the story of us meeting is actually
They did the best.
okay. So I'll try to like lob it your way. Dude,
Your most awkward guest.
you're not awkward. You're not awkward. But I know that I know you like being behind the camera rather than in front of it.
Yeah.
But also, wait, can I put some of your pictures on the screen?
Yeah,
If I,
of course.
Jesse, if I send you some of the pictures, can we throw her pictures up on it? Like a little edit thing? They're so sick. It's my favorite thing ever. Also, I have like no aesthetic eye at all. So like whenever I see your stuff, I'm like, whoa! Like, how did you do this? Like, my favorite is recently, I'll tell the story in a second, but I haven't seen her in like a couple episodes yet. One of my favorite is like, y'all did this one where somebody was like out in a big field and there was like the snowy mountains in the background,
Yeah.
but there was just this little plot of snow. You put cotton balls down there.
Yes. Yeah, that's all called.
Yeah, I thought that was so smart. When I zoomed in and I realized they were combos, I was like, that is so. I don't know why I just thought that was. I thought it was cool. So shoot this week, and we'll get some cool stuff. But the way we met, I think is weird. So I'm on my phone, I'm scrolling through TikTok, and I just some just the regular stuff or whatever. And then I see this one post, and your post had like it had like 100 likes or something. Maybe something
Yeah.
like that. Like it was like 100 likes, and it was just like a slideshow of these person's like photos, and they were really cool. I thought they were sick, bro. And then I was like, well, I really need photos, and your stuff is creative. Like I cannot. Are you guys good in front of the camera? Well, okay,
He
cool.
is.
Like can you
I'm
pose
not.
and stuff?
Yes. He can.
I don't
He's
know.
being humble king right now, but yeah, he can.
Okay,
I can.
you can't,
No,
dude.
I can guide you, but I can't do it.
I can't. Yeah, you are good at guiding. I can't pose at all. I'm just like.
That's me.
Yeah, I feel like I've been doing this for years, and like my agents are always like, "Can we get a headshot?" And I'm like, it's not good. But I liked the way your stuff was really creative, and I was like, well, if she's like carrying the weight with like the edits and the scenery and everything, then me sucking at posing, like doesn't matter as much. So I see your post, and I like found you on Instagram, and I hit you up. I just randomly found your Instagram, and I was like, hey, I don't know what I said to you. I think I like straight up was like, hey, I really like your stuff. Is it weird? Can I fly you out to Los Angeles?
That's like exactly what it was.
I was like, hey, I don't know where you live, but I really like your stuff. If I fly you out to Los Angeles, will you take pictures of me? Let me know. And wait, you guys live in Louisville,
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, they live in Louisville, Kentucky, and I live in LA. I don't know you, but I was like, I will fly you out. And then you didn't hit me back.
Well, we were in the middle of a mosh pit at the time.
No, that was after I commented on your picture.
Oh, yeah, it was.
You didn't read the message, so I commented on your picture, and I was like, hey, can you please take it? And then if you didn't respond to this, I was like, I'm out. I just won't get any photos. Like, I'm done, whatever. But, okay, where were you?
Okay. Well, when you sent the message, I guess it's when follow each other. It went to like general or request or whatever. So I didn't see that one, but yeah, we're in the middle of this Walk the Flock with Wayne concert. So random. We decided in like 24 hours to go to this concert. Our friends were like, let's just go, it'll be fun. And before we know it, it's like Walk the Flock with Wayne in the crowd, and he's mosh pitting, his hair is like hitting us in the face, like. And I remember seeing the notification where you commented on the picture.
I was like, I have to bust out the check mark, bro. I was like, I need her to respond to this.
Well, I got nervous again because I was like, maybe someone to message me and get some free sunglasses and like that kind of thing. And so I'm like getting hit around, like bumped around trying to respond. And Caleb's like, what's that? Like, and reading the message.
Literally, the lights like went dark. It was completely dark, and then they came back on. And you were like on your phone. Walk the Flock was like right here.
Yeah, I'm like getting buzzed, trying to like read the message. Yeah. And I see it and I'm responding. When I sent a response, I was in the middle of all of that. And I'm like, you know what? We might as well. Like, let's just respond. This would be cool. And I hadn't even clicked on your profile because I was just in the middle of all of this. And yeah, I think we got pizza after, and I finally went back and read everything and like checked out your profile. And I was like, oh my gosh. I almost responded for the way, like, apologized for the way I responded because it was so, like, there was typos, and I was trying to type fast. I'm, like, in this crowd.
I just figured, I was like, let's have a good time. I did, but yeah, I didn't even. You guys said yes, and I just knew you at the time. I didn't know you guys come to do it. Also, Caleb does a lot of like the ideas, and you're like, hey, that one time we were shooting something, and you were like, yo, let's get the fan in here. I was like, what do we need a fan for? And then I saw the photos, and I was like, oh, yeah, dude.
My favorite brand,
Overtone saved me. That was sick. Um, so then I put the other photo I thought was nice. You hit me back, and then we started like coming up with ideas for things. You're like sending a mood board, and we're like, I think we had a Zoom meeting when you were like at work.
Yes. I'm like, I've never done this before. Yeah.
So we have a Zoom meeting, and like you actually see me, like we see each other, and then like time comes for you to fly out. How much time is in between that?
I think we have something like that 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, like that. And then that's when I don't think I met Caleb, but you told me that like you were like, I don't want you to go, you want to come here by yourself. So I was like, bring somebody in. And so then when you guys actually get here, and I think my boyfriend and I picked you up in our car, and you guys were in the backseat. You said something like, "Oh, well, it's good to know that like you're like a real person." And I was like, "Did you think I wasn't?" And you're like, I don't know. I'm not sure." And I was like, "So you came out here unsure if I was gonna kidnap you?"
We did that pretty much, and our families were like, yeah. Since we landed, they were texting us, and they were like, "So are you guys there?" And I don't get service. Anytime we land at LAX, I have no service for like 20 minutes, so I'm not responding to them, and they see that we've landed, and it's like, it's this whole thing.
my dad loves a true crime podcast. He's like, you guys need to be careful. Like, I hope you're not getting kidnapped. Like, be careful.
I didn't think anything of it because I just thought like I was like, well, we've got like I feel like we look legit,
Yeah,
and
100%. I think what threw it off was as soon as we landed, the driver called and was like, I don't know if we can pick up because the car didn't go through.
oh, that's
And then we got to the
right.
hotel and they're like, you don't have a room on file. And we're like, oh god.
Wait, what? I
The
think
first time, yeah, the first time around, I think it was because they were different. It was your name or my name, and they were like not sure which name
there
to
was
go with.
okay, no, in my defense, okay, let me explain. The car actually, I still don't know how that happened, but on one hand, look, if we're working together, I'm like, all right, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna have a good time. So I booked you guys a car, and then also with it, you can like do a little add-on for $25 with the meet and greet service. So in the movies when the dude's like holding a sign.
He was there.
Was he holding a sign?
Yeah,
That
he
was so
was.
cool to me.
Okay, but then he was like, and then he takes the sign out. He's like, so the car didn't go through. But I don't know. I still don't remember what happened with that. But like, they should look. In my defense, they should have called me if there was something wrong with the authorization. How am I supposed to know? So, anyways, we got that sorted.
We thought it was all good.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
we're just
hilarious.
there like two kids, just excited to be here. So.
I wanted to guys to like have the guy
so nice.
Yeah, I have a picture of design, like
Fucking the whole time.
you do? Yeah. I'm like, oh,
Can you please show me that later? Oh my
Yeah.
god. Wait, what happened to what happened to the hotel? I think I put it under your name.
yeah, and I was saying your name.
Okay, well
Yeah,
I
That
don't
was on us.
I don't fly people out 24/7, so it's kind of like I want it to be a nice process, but I
It
just
was.
perfect.
No, it was above and beyond. Like it was the absolute best, and that was like and my like little photography career and what I wanted to be. Like this is the experiences like I really wanted and love to happen and stuff. So yeah, I didn't know what I was doing either, but you did the best. So yeah, it was awesome.
I tried. Well, we're here again.
I know.
We're doing it
It's
again.
great. We're so happy to be
Wait,
here.
yeah. What do you guys do today? Even though you're here sitting hanging out, it's day off. What are you gonna do?
No, we talked about it really good there.
I wanted to do that last time.
Yeah, you did.
Well, we live here, so like when you live here and you're local, you just like you don't do any of that stuff. I do want to live like a tourist, like for 1 week. Like I want me and my boyfriend to go do like all the LA touristy stuff. Cause like we never. Did you guys go to Hollywood and do like a little star walk on the boulevard?
Yeah, I think we saw we did last. Yeah, I think that no, we did see it. I have Vin Diesel and like Shrek, like the star, the
It was
picture of
from
it.
the Busters.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we went to we all went, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, we went when I was on the Dave and Buster's kick. I gotta get back into that. Okay, so we did have a good time.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it was great. Yeah, we still talk about it all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, we're
awesome.
gonna do it again. And then I think you guys are seeing Longy this time, right?
I think so.
I don't know
Yeah.
exactly, but it still goes pretty short because we're like shooting like back to well, yeah. If you guys want to send anything Friday or Saturday, okay. Well, I don't have any other thoughts.
Talk about it.
Wait. I'm the worst. I've never had guests on before, so I don't know what to.
Wow, you really started off strong with these guys. It's so
Yeah.
awkward.
No, you're not awkward at all. I think it's like normal. Also, we're just like literally having a normal conversation.
Yeah.
Forgot we were there. I've just been looking at you guys the whole time.
Yeah, never on the side.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot. I didn't mean to ignore you guys. I'm sorry. All right. Continuing. Like my father. The story next week. Um, because I'm looking by intermittent fasting like a week. The story's just not going to be as hot next week. I mean, honestly, as the days go on, I feel like I'm getting less passionate about it. I'm still passionate about it though. I will say I was talking to my street weekly about this book. I was trying to figure out if I was sexist for thinking this, but you know what? Honestly, I think I stand by my initial opinion of it, and I do understand that there's a double standard in it. I'm sticking to it. I'm just sticking to it. And hey, you're allowed to say like, hey, no, I don't agree with that. But that's only one part of the story. That's only one part of the story, and that's the part of the story that like sparked all of it, right? This is like the part that like set it all off. So I go to visit my friend in Virginia. I'm from Long Island, and my friend, okay, she's like one of those people that's got like 3 boyfriends at one time. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but like that's fine. You know, but she's my like best friend of like a very very long time, like almost 20 years. So I go to visit her, and we're having a good time. And a lot of times she's like, texting like one of her mini boyfriends, but she has a favorite. Oh my god, I don't know how I'm gonna tell this story. And she's got exes, she's got new people she's interested in. But there's like one guy that she's kind of had a crush on for a long time. She's been talking to, and they're really like ramping up this holiday season. They're texting every morning. They're doing good morning texts. They're doing good morning voice memo downloads. Like they're really getting into the nitty gritty rating on it. And I'm like, oh, okay. But sometimes she's asking me like, what does he mean by this? Like, why is he doing this? Like, oh, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like, also, you got like four of them, and I don't think you're trying to settle down anytime soon. Like I'm not taking her that seriously, but she's very invested in this guy, and we were spending a couple days together, like 5 days. So I have to start getting invested in the story. She's like, he said something for the first time that like puts this guy on my radar. Like, I'm tensing up right now. My butt is clenched. I'm clenched right now. Not gonna lie to you. I'm like, whoa. Here's the thing. If somebody is like hooking up with somebody from I'm like, yes, go get your bag, like whatever, guy or girl or anything, anything. Get your bag, bro. That's totally fine. I don't know why, because I used to work in a club back in the day. I wasn't like a dancer or anything, but I was around a lot of dancers. I was like a trick girl. And I heard that lingo all the time. People would say like I trick or something like that, right? I have never heard a man say I tricked for money before. And so, like, I don't know why I'm immediately picturing him in tiny little shorts, and I'm like, how? Like, I've fucked for money before. He had to say I've tricked for money before. So this just put them on my radar. I'm like, what is this guy's story? Like, where are we going with this? And in my opinion, this takes a dark turn. So now I'm paying attention to boyfriend number two. Remember, there's like four of them. Boyfriend number two, I'm like, what has he said now? Like, what's going on now? I didn't care. I didn't get hoop before, and now I'm like, what is this guy's story? Because to my knowledge, they met at a bookstore, and this is like a 180. So she's like, should I be like concerned about that? And I'm like, I don't think so. I was like, if anything, maybe he just like wants you to know his background, and because he's like really interested. She's like, okay, okay. Then the next day, they're like texting, and she says something flirty to him, and then he says, haha, well, if you want this, you're gonna have to pay for it. And my friend, um, she does pretty well. She's got a bit of money, and it's obvious. Like her house is nice, her state is so like, so when he says, if you want this, you're gonna have to pay for it, I'm like, where are we going with this? And so the next day, they're talking, and then like he says something again about like, I'm not giving it away for free. And I'm like, this guy's I thought that they liked each other, and I'm like, he's trying to pimp himself out. And so now we're like, okay, dude, I don't know if you guys have ever gone into like conspiracy girl world where we're like, what is going on? Like you lay out the map and you're like trying to figure it out. And so we're like looking through his messages, we're looking through these texts, and we're like, what are the signs? Like, does he like you? Is he interested? Does he really want you to pay? Is this a joke? Like, what's the demeanor afterwards? Like, we are all in, and like, I love a mystery. So I have to help solve this. And we're like, okay, on December 21st, he said this, and on he sent this to me voice notes. Like, we're trying to figure out. And my friend, she's like, the girl that's like, well, the person said I really like you, but I don't know if he likes me. She's like that. But now we're in danger mode because we're like, actually like her. Or does he know that she has money and he's trying to get it back? Now, here's the thing. Like I said, anybody can trick a little, right? Anybody can trick a little. But we're confused. I hope you can understand that. So, naturally, we have to call in the expert. Is a retired fuckboy, a retired man, man of many experiences. That man is my boyfriend. My boyfriend has, dude, so many times whenever my like girlfriends are having trouble with guys, we like and it's like a fuckboy basically. Like I'll call in my boyfriend for reinforcements because here's the thing, it's not just that my boyfriend has lived this life. I took him up off the streets. It's that he's very empathetic and he can get into the mind of a fuckboy. It's like a hack. I'm telling you, we've used this so many times. Bro, hold on, let me just rewind. There was one time a couple years ago. We're in Miami. Was she with us or did we call her? It feels like she was with us. I think we called her. One of my friends was having trouble with a guy and we laid out the whole situation and then my boyfriend goes, you should hide your stories on Instagram. And we were like, what? And he was like, hide your stories on Instagram. And she was like, we would have never thought of that or done that. And she did it. And we messaged her. Like, oh my god. He solidified his place as a sage of sorts with these type of men. So and that was like 2 years ago. Over the past couple months, years, like if any of my friends are having problems, I'm telling you, I got like 6 or 7 friends. They're like, please, you need to ask him. And he'll like channel into his past and be like, he's done like he's deep in the matrix. We just did one of these on New Year's. We should start charging him. So so back to the man that said he's tricking for money. I like this is a breed of man. I like I don't understand what's going on here, right? I didn't understand it. So she and I collect as much information as possible, and we have to kind of organize it a little bit in a timeline to give my boyfriend. And we explained to him the whole situation. We explained to him the whole situation, and my boyfriend said, "Does he have a significant other?" We're like, "I think so." He's like talking to her like all the time. He starts asking me a couple of questions. Sure. And my friend's like, well, he has a kid. And my boyfriend's like, hmm. We're just going to go into just trying to see the gram of like different businesses and shows. But to me, I'm like, well, what does this mean? Like, how does this, how does this, and my boyfriend goes, he likes her. My best friend. He's like, he does. He's interested in her. And he wants to have sex with her. However, he realized that if he can make her pay for sex, then it doesn't count as cheating. I'm like losing it. I don't. This makes perfect sense, but I don't understand. I haven't dealt with anything of the nature. So we go to dinner, and we're like, I can only imagine what a dinner is like we knew that, and my friend, she knew that, you know. So it's kind of like if he can tell baby mama, like, hey, you know, this chick is nothing serious. Oh, and I'm bringing money to the family. My friend, still in love. She doesn't want to believe that it's true. And I'm like, bitch, what's happening? And she's like, okay, well, let's see how it goes tomorrow. Like, goes off the grid, like, in the black. You know, messes with the wall. And I asked her about it. And she was like, oh, yeah, he does that sometimes. I was like, bitch, he's with his baby mama. And, like, it's, like, starting to click with her. And I'm like, oh, my God. Later that night, he makes another joke about paying for sex. And we are, the kernels are feeding. We're out. We're done. We're late. Battles at the boss. The war is over. And I tell her, I'm like, you gotta cut this loose. Like, you have to. She's not done. She, like, has to learn the wick to the end to know if he, like, likes her or not or something. So she comes up with a plan. And she like wants to see if he'll come to her house, like to make out. And I'm like, you know, morally, I'm over here like, if he like does have somebody, like I don't know if I like this. And she was like, well, I mean that's like part of the test. And I'm like, you know what? I'm in my hometown this weekend. I'm hanging with some of my boys. We used to play these legends back in the day. Like hit up the IHOP or whatever. It will tell me how it goes. And she's he came to her house. He was there for like an hour. She texted me immediately after. And I was like, she came over. It was really awkward. She didn't say much. I go down and get him. Because, I mean, I said I eat every weekend. So I'm looking for nuance, right? Um, you know, gets there, kind of like standing around awkwardly, like talking about like this band, talking about this, I was telling him about work, and he blocks it. And I was like, okay. And he starts to ask me about work because she sells cosmetics. Like she's in cosmetics, so she gets a lot of free makeup. And the guy starts asking her a lot about all this stuff. And she's got all this stuff. She's like, oh yeah, this is foundation. This is an eye cream. This is like a shimmery eyeshadow. Blah blah. He's like, oh, can I take some of this? And my friend neglected to mention this to me. Like she like did not think this was a big deal. She probably thought she was being like big sugar mama or something. Like, oh yeah, like whatever. He's like she was like, oh, he probably wants to like give them away to like gifts as family or something. And I was like, you think? I was like, what did he take? She was like, some foundations, lipsticks, eyeshadows, and eye cream. And I was like, okay. And then what happened? She was like, he left. So this is just a little bit before Christmas. She was legitimately kind of done after that because like he didn't give her any energy. She didn't feel like he was being flirty. She felt like he like wanted her to make a move or something, and then he was gonna be like, "That's $500," you know. So she was like really kind of done. And then the grand slam. My friend, of course, because she's crazy, she was insta checking. Baby mama posted what she got for Christmas. Yep. She got. She may not have paid cash, but boy did she pay. That's it. Let's do the show. Snap your W-2 and file your taxes 100% free with TurboTax Free Edition. Roughly 37% of taxpayers qualify. 1040 and limited credits only. Get the
File your
TurboTax app now.
taxes.
Go into the fold and turn website layouts into an art form with Wix Studio.
I'm gonna warn you guys. I think this one's gonna be a little intense. Get out of my brother's house! I don't like your attitude. No! Whose side are we on? This one says, this attitude will get you arrested. 7.8 million views.
2014, police were dispatched to a residence from a motor vehicle in Wisconsin. Upon arrival, officers made contact with a male subject outside the house. The male stated his backpack was recently stolen from his vehicle. We tracked his location. Also said the backpack contained several important papers, including military documents and banking information. He told police he knocked on the door. They continued to keep about it.
Mario. So I got the backpack here. Staples over here. What are these ones on witness? Oh yeah, the airbag is going right here. Like this. I don't know why I'm popping up here. I got some papers. Anybody else needs their work? I'm not out here. I know what.
They searched the garbage cans outside Maria's house, discovered several empty purses and wallets.
Oh my god, dude.
Mm.
While the officers were waiting outside the house, an uninvolved female pulled into the driveway.
I just want to know what's going on. I drove by and I see them searching my brother. You know exactly what's messed up. The way she just said that,
Mhm.
she totally knows what's messed up. You're digging through the person's toothpaste. I can hear it in your voice. Feel.
Check them out, Joe.
Introduced to me, it's some serious like horror. I'm gonna speak seriously. And they really are tough. These really, really tough in situations, especially when you're snatching purses away from people. The tactic they're used to is probably not gonna work on officers. They have the power to arrest you. I actually have other houses.
It shows it right
That's
here.
fine. Don't go searching my brother's house. Y'all don't have the right to do that. Y'all know that. Y'all are police officers. Y'all do know. That's how it's straight up. really bad. Can I just say, this guy has to take fucking twins. If I was just looking for a backpack and this chick rolled up like that, and they were like, the officer's like, this guy right here has $2 million, I would have just run out into the so I know you can't hurt my brother's heart. Don't do nothing like that, Alex. Thank you. Fun fact: there's a vending machine at the peak of Mount Fuji. It's true. There's like 5 million of them in Japan. In Tokyo, there's a place called Shibuya. Oh my!
Use the AirTag ping location and marijuana odor coming from my house. Officers found it reason to make entry and make sure there were no other residents.
Is she talking to the guy? Is she talking to the dude in the car? Is she starting to intimidate the officer? Can you imagine what she's saying to him right now? That hair, you know she's gonna bring you right. Hey, you drop this target right now. Like, what a smell the weed. Y'all stay out here, man.
Oh.
Smell weed? How about we don't smoke weed? You guys got the neighbor's house that don't smell weed? Right or not? Y'all wanna come and smell? Some of y'all wanna come and smell? You have a sniff. Smell like weed in here. Before I call you lawyer. Don't smell like stay out of the house. Go back in the car. I have the right to search the house. I will. Y'all don't gotta grab me. I don't have the right. Tell him right now. Tell him that, Mario. They do not have the right to go into your house. You gotta search for it. I can search it. That's fine. I'm not gonna listen to it. Shut up. I thought at first that she was like riding really hard with her brother, like just kind of like being real quiet, maybe because they wanted to pick up herself at then and like, we'll just listen to whatever. But then I find it off that she tells him to shut up so quickly. Shut up. Right? Like that was so nonsense. Now, whose side are we on? What is the goal? Not have the right to search the house without a search warrant. And then you can wait. You guys just get there without his permission. Way simpler without y'all here. What is her tactic? What she wants is she wants the officers to leave and she wants her brother to be safe. She's just aggressive. She's just like an aggressor. And outside of a police situation, she would yell and scream. And then when you don't give her what she wants, she obviously resorts to violence because it just seems like somebody that is like, just gonna, she seems like she's gonna jump on you afterwards because she just doesn't like having the other tools. But I gotta say though, at the same time, like this should work on me. Like if you get in my face yelling like that, like I'm just gonna think that you're crazy, and I'm gonna think you have no regard for if you can convince someone that you don't care about going to jail and you'll do whatever just so that like you can be righteous, it's very scary to people. So I'd be like, okay, you can have whatever you want. I'm gonna deal with this shit. I got stuff to do. I gotta stream. I gotta upload videos. I gotta be in the shows. I gotta roll down the hills. Like, man, like I can't. I don't have time for all this. So y'all doing too much. Mario, they know better. I should have to tell them. That. Mario, they don't have no right. Mario, you see they try to take me to jail because they Mario, they can't get into your house. No, they're in there because they told them to go to the house.
You want to be great, you need to sacrifice.
Sounds great. What a task. After a brief search of the home, an officer discovered the stolen backpack in the back.
No. Stop. I just want to say, I'm not enduring because I just totally know a lot of people that are. It is also funny to me that it seems like a lot of teams have like a code of ethics, and you're like, I'm actually pretty difficult. Once again, not endorsing that. I don't know, like this is very. You have mental problems. That's what they call them. We have a right to freeze this game. We're not searching. Almost feel like the way she reacted. At first, I really thought she was like protecting her brother. I feel like she's done more here, and she's trying to protect her. I feel like she's got you in the house, or like, what's going on? I drive by and this look, searching my brother's garbage can. I pull in. Why y'all searching my brother's garbage can? I asked that at least 4 times. Neither one of the officers wanted to respond to me. Yeah, they're going from the car. They did try to work with me. And then I get to asking my brother what's going on. Asking the other people who called the police what's going on. They get to tell me what's going on. Now he wants to butt in and tell me what's going on. Hello, y'all don't have the right to. You do not have the right to start. She has the same exact energy about not wanting to search the house that she has about the home. Her little retelling of events right there is such a testament to how I don't know. I pretty much have kind of just fully believe that person, especially with being like victimized in some way, shape, or form. Over the past couple of years, I keep running into TikTok stories where somebody talks about this bartender, or I don't know if you guys saw the one where the fisherman was screaming on the boat and all that. And then the other side comes out, and I'm like, they got me. Sometimes people will really be saying stuff, seriously, you want to believe them, and then they take it quick right there. Don't do that, because you're confusing me. On my son, I will be pressing charges. That's on my son. Okay? For him being guilty
I've been doing of how we approach this type of issue now is actually one. If the judge approves it, I'm going to push this. That is with your consent. I can also mainly what we're here for, and probably could have avoided it. Is there? But but both of us.
Okay. Remember when I said there's the point of no return for police officers where they decide, like, okay, you're getting in trouble for this. I think that this guy hates that chick so much because she's being so rowdy right now that he would be willing to almost fight. And he'll probably leave it up to the guy with the backpack whether he wants to press charges. He might get this guy to decide, being like, hey, I'm going to take the backpack, I'm going to give it back to the guy, and I'm going to let the guy decide if he wants to press charges or not. Because I don't think he's like out to get this dude right now. What's going to happen to this? I have no idea.
But that being said,
Yeah. Explaining everything, and then getting his voice down. Getting his president out. Like balancing data.
They provide a new menu every week with delicious, nutritious meals.
It's so convenient. I did. I need some fresh air, and then he ends up. There was no reason for him to be on me outside. I was not resistant. I was putting my hands behind my back for them. I was just yelling. I don't know why you turned up. Now the emotion underneath the anger. When I was doing so much therapy, one thing that I learned about myself personally, and this may not be the same for everyone, is that when I got angry, there was always some kind of vulnerable emotion underneath it, whether anxiety, like fear of rejection, general being sad, or feeling inadequate or something. I had like a layer of anger that would protect me from. And so when I was going through a lot of therapy, I learned whenever in the situation, I would A, try to calm that down, but then B, I would try to like, for lack of a better term, like blind the anger. Like I would try to calm down so that I could see what is got some kind of made emotion. And I would be, that's why people sometimes cry when they get angry. Like you could be flying off the handle, but like if you're crying as well, or just want to cry, there's something out like this, and then now she there was some fear underneath it. First, it was fear of being caught. Now, maybe it's like fear of going to jail. And once again, I try to remind you guys, these are my experiences and my throw away parts of it, throw away all of it, keep some parts of it, whatever. I just, tell you my interpretation. But that's why I think she's crying. Because there was like a fear or something. So if you're also somebody that uses anger to protect yourself from like good idea to kind of find that anger and try to calm down and see what's underneath it because you have to fix that stuff. You have to like address it, heal it out, you anger, and just like let it, go through you. You will be a much stronger person.
Patricia's boyfriend in the rental car. He's also
The white person started reading these good stuff. When you'll be able to go. Like, it's driving home. I don't know how my life is on that drive.
True. I don't like his attitude either.
Somebody was taking his board. I don't like your attitude.
Strong smell. They find it suitable to search too.
That dude was the piece of anything I ever had anything on his life to do with him.
Ooh.
Why would you say that? You know, why would you say that while crying? You look crazy. How are you going to threaten to kill somebody while you're crying? Don't yell. I never wanted to yell. I just wanted someone to listen to me talk. As soon as I started raising my voice and yelling, they like grabbing me up, putting me in the end. There's no reason to do that just because I'm yelling. I don't know. I do everything I can to be when I'm ready to human, bro. Like, what the, I do.
Guys, this is best something. So, with our paperwork, some, I wasn't think the majority of it was scattered. Now, there's another side to this. So while checking your residence, make sure nobody else is in there. Okay, Wisconsin. I went out that way. Okay, baby was sleeping. We're gonna go inside. I'll come back in the morning. I was having coffee, and the bag's gone. I'm here. I'm like, dude, let me see. So we're that has been found and brought up.
Okay, I know your job is done. Your job is nice to me anymore. Have a good day. I know you don't give a. No, no, I know you don't give a. Like this is crazy because y'all don't understand. Like I don't really. I tried to get off. Right. No. Here, Jesus, stop him. Wife gets well. She gets kicked down by a real and not two people. These motherfuckers don't even know they going to. And you don't think that you're going to hell? A random woman that you don't know because she is big and tall. You have some serious issues if you're just saying shit like that to people or that's the worst thing that I've heard out of all these body cam videos. And she's one of the people who wants to post something. That horrible thing she just said is online forever and over the ain't nobody supposed to be in my car. Okay, well my son needs to be somewhere safe and get driven home safely. Not by a police officer, because y'all motherfuckers because how you just hammered me to get the car and I was really doing something other than yelling. Last name Price, I remember that. That's all. Not a threat at all. So don't wonder weird like that. No one ever threatened me, ever. Okay, another one, another crazy person.
Like if you go to Fred Frank, it's all three down.
I said I did not threaten you. Never would. I'm not stupid. I don't threaten anybody. Just in case anything happens to me, I need to know your last name.
That was your camera.
surprised all this because I asked the officer why they're going through my brother's trash. They just do the and then they all of this because I just asked. And I would have never resisted. Dude. Whatever. Everyone, y'all want to sit here and press as many charges as y'all can against everybody that's here to put everybody in jail and make us miserable because y'all mad that I live law a little bit. They never tried to explain anything to me. When I came up here in the first place, I was asking for someone to explain something to me, and it never got done. And then I got thrown onto the ground and because I thought at my brother's house. Well, first of all, maybe if someone would have explained something to me, I would have been more understanding of why you're going into his house. But no, no one ever decided to explain something to me because the officers that were here in the first place, I don't live here, so it's not. Okay, we talked about everybody's different methods today. I have decided now her method is living in a state of delusion. When people argue with you and their argument is in a different universe, it is in a different realm. They are saying that certain things didn't happen, that absolutely happened, things that they said or did. They're just making things up. When this person goes into the delusion world, so but she has gone over here into a delusional world that she created. There are new laws here, there's a new timeline, just completely different things have happened over here. And she's explaining to you the rules of the Lululand. And when you're over here on Earth, if you try to communicate with her, she's going to try to bring you to her planet of Mars. And that is when you, the person on Earth, you have to decide: do I want to enter the Lululand with her, where she can change God here? She's God in this land, and you have to decide: do I want to stay on Earth, which is disengaging from the situation, saying I can no longer talk to you about this, or do you want to go into Lululand and fight the power, and fight to change the rules, and fight to take control of the timeline again? You must decide, because in Lululand you have no power. You have no power over there. Does that make sense? What the that's her superpower. Like she's over there. Y'all clearly want to. I why would it not? I thought she said it for a second, because it is a thing where like people will like say like, oh, there's X, Y, and Z in the house, and she just said that the house came back to Earth for a minute. I don't smoke in my house. Is it reeks of marijuana? What exactly are y'all looking for? Is 300 pounds of weed or what? Because the way that became is like, y'all just
Still legal.
checking out. Dude, were you not holding out for her for a second that like maybe it didn't smell like weed?
Oh.
I don't know.
Actually, I am going to be charging you with threatening my wife earlier.
Doing what?
Just so you know, I am going to
Hold on. Let us see where the Time Lord goes. Will she go to Lulu? She never said that. Or will you remove threaten who? Who did I threaten? I threatened. I never threatened your family. Where is the line? Wherever I hope and saying did I ever say I will or someone's gonna do it? No, it never happened. It's all a lie. You're lying. You're lying. The only way that you escape the Lululand is by not getting on the rocket ship. Do not get in the rocket ship. Do not try to challenge the Time Lord. Stay on Earth, folks. Nice lesson. Any questions? Yeah. No one is it. Well, my niece speaks this. Somebody came in and said, "What did I just come into?" And the next person said, "Mother, I crave skin." Emperor, born December, don't care, is an American serial killer, cannibal, and pedophile who murdered 6 college students before murdering his mother and her best friend from September 1972 to April 1970, following his parole for murdering his paternal grandparents. I already know the title of this video. Bose finds out who Big Emperor is. Somebody's gonna be like, on the 70s. I say this all the time. The 70s were it was not fun.
Well, I'm not a Mexican. Not a Mexican. Many people might be doing fine, like you were doing. It would be a gift.
Jumping in on this. When he comes in hot, real strong here, and he says, I've been a murderer for over 20 years, that tells me that this is what Edmund Kemper believes his identity to be fully. A killer, a murderer. There's some people that would commit crimes like this and later go to jail and perhaps read a book or pick up some kind of job in the jail, maybe become a refuge for certain people, turn their lives around in some way, get another identity. But he wanted this title. So this was a man that had no other identity. He doesn't know what he is. He has absolutely nothing. And so then he kills and decides, I'm a murderer now. I'm going full force into that. And there's no way out after that.
One victim let me back in the car. I locked myself.
I don't know if I'm good.
My gun was under the seat. I looked inside of my masochism. I looked 100 further. Trying to show you just how awful this got, how commanding wages. Positive ending.
Interview from it looks like, oh yeah, from 84, when they were sensationalizing a lot of these killers. You know, I see a lot of jump cuts between. I wonder if this was the original one that was released, or if they wanted to put out the scariest statement possible for the most. You know, between this, Ed Kemper could have said some real dumb shit that they cut out just to make it look scary.
A series of murders shocked Northern California. College girls began to disappear as an administrative assistant off of campus because of money. College work, college co-eds, women.
He's very angry with his family. Did they say what he did?
I hated her, but I wanted
believe
to
that.
love my mother. Watched her alcohol increase, watched her spiritual life, watched her bizarre. She had terrible pain in her life, her upper failed marriage.
I believe all of this.
And frustration.
Ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. I feel like part of this comes from the societal thing where, listen, your parents, your mom, your dad, whatever, your grandma, they're people. They're human beings. They could have been traumatized. They could have been abused themselves. He's saying that his mom was an alcoholic. She treated him poorly, and he hated her for it. Yet he sat there and wanted his mother's love so bad. This comes from the societal thing of like, no, your mother loves you. No, 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 you're supposed to love your mom. Look, if your mom's treating you like shit and she's a horrible alcoholic, move out when you're 18 and then go look for acceptance somewhere else. Don't kill your mother over and over and over and over again. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the case of Juana Barraza, but this is a woman that was a wrestler and she hated her mother because her mother sold her to a man for 3 beers. And after that, Juana was psychologically abused, sexually abused, every single type of abuse that was possible. And then when they were done with her, they were like, yeah, you can go back with your mom. After Juana's mother died, she began killing women that were the same age as her mom. I want to say that she killed over 30 people. She's probably one of the most prolific female serial killers ever. And why was she doing this? Because she was killing her mother over and over and over and over and over again. And my question to you guys is, how fucking stupid is that? You know why you're mad because your mom sucks. Like your mom fucking sucks. Like, but this is your life now, and you get to live it. You are in control. You don't have to chase your mother's love forever.
My inability to communicate
Emotionally, I was scared to failing. You know, and you absolutely nothing to walk away. It, ironically enough, that's why I began picking people up. Harder each time. It's a daring kind of thing. First to work with them. I'm driving along. We go to a vulnerable place.
So he just came in and said, "Hey, fellow bozos, I see we're on some retro incel shit." That's exactly what this is. That's exactly what this is. Scrooge says you're thinking from a rational mindset, though. He's a psychopath at this point. Totally, absolutely. Pretty much the reason why I do this is because the best thing we can do is learn from the failures of others. Okay, and this is he's literally saying what everything was wrong. And I kind of feel like he knew what was wrong when he was committing these crimes. I feel like that, but we'll see because it seems like he's speaking pretty honestly.
Some people watch where I could act out and say no. Awful, raging, eating time. I could feel it on the inside. Fantastic. Like drugs, like alcohol. A little isn't enough. At first it is. And as you adjust to that psychologically and physically, you take more and more and more. It's fantastic.
It's called addiction. It's called addiction. That's it. And if you're addicted to killing people, you have to fucking stop. This isn't like, it's not breaking news that you shouldn't kill people and you can't rationalize it by talking about it like it's an alcohol addiction.
It finally came down to the thing of, do I dare bring this gun out? Already realized if the
No!
gun comes out, something has to happen.
No, don't
It
do
was
it.
going to happen. I didn't see it, but it was going to. I was playing a dangerous game. Thought us all. On one occasion, Kemper picked up two roommates in Berkeley.
Solved the murders of three young girls in 1973.
We're now actively trying to find a serial.
When that gun pulled out, punched it out, pounded it under my leg.
Launched it out? Like, why did he say it like that? I launched it out. Like, homie just couldn't fucking wait. Like, he's sitting here acting like he was, like, thinking through the stages of addiction. And he's like, I launched that fucking gun. I said, Jesus Christ, dude. How did this dude earlier say that he was likable? Like, do you guys like him?
Below my leg in the seat. It had been fought out in fantasy, acted out, felt out, hundreds of times.
He took one of them into the woods, leaving the second girl tied in the car.
I just gone through a horrible experience with her roommate, stabbing me. I was in shock.
I hear that. I hear what you said. Ed said that he had just gone through a horrible experience stabbing his roommate. Horrible. Shock happened. She wasn't in shock. It wasn't a horrible time, but it was horrible for him. That comments like that really throw me off because it sounds like he's being so like honest and upfront, but then you say shit like that. I just went through a horrible experience with her roommate stabbing her, and I was in shock.
I couldn't believe it.
Me,
Difficult.
me.
She seized the blood on my hand. What are you doing? She pulled back and she gasped. One got smarter. She could get really smart with a rock, but I never hit her. Killed her, but I didn't hit her. I said,
No. Okay. He's see, he's acting like he's being so like forthright and honest about everything that's happening here. I kind of think happens when he says your girl got smart with me. he probably got into a lot of battles with his alcoholic mom. You know, if you've ever been in that relationship with a parent where maybe you're right about something, or maybe you're even talking about your own feelings, and your parent hits you with that whole "I am the parent, you're the child," it makes you feel powerless. When he says your girl got smart with me, I think those were probably the exact words that he said to her, but he got triggered into a woman talking back to him just like his mom. And then he snapped and he killed her. It's not like it was this, like, no, he was furious. He was angry. He was taking his power back. He was expressing his anger through violence. Like, that's what that whole thing is, in my opinion.
Your friend got smart with me, and I got to die. Why did she have to know that? I couldn't deal with that.
Shut the fuck up. This is
I
bullshit.
attacked her. She didn't at first realize it was happening. It didn't go through. Pawn shop, huge. I was there for her. She bolts back into the trunk. Just an attempt. I thought I just locked the car keys. I can't find them. The pocket. Oh my God! I locked them in the trunk. Kicked him on the trunk again. Oh no, I don't believe this. Started to run.
I also think that Ed Kemper knows a lot of the things that he's saying are very abnormal. I think he's very aware of this. I think he's embellishing it to an extent. Because, like, when he says, I just killed a woman and put her in the trunk, he knows that that's a very, very extreme statement. But then he follows it up by saying, but I locked the keys in the car. I do think this guy is smart, and I think that for this interview, he's really laying it on thick because he knows the juxtaposition between those two statements is going to shock people. So to me, these aren't even really his real thoughts. He's just a piece of shit.
You've got too much on your plate to worry about what to put on it next. That's where we come in. We're faster.
And I tripped over the gun. So stop and think. What the hell was it? Check all your pockets. Keep the gun. The second thing, I'll remember it like that. I checked all my pockets and pushed the keys back. If we left the hope for it, one of those days,
Who is he talking to?
I thought I was pretty slick.
What was that? Who the fuck was that?
The first 24 hours, there were 3 clear times should have been busted.
No. Okay, that shit is fucking annoying right there. Him saying, after the first two murders, no, I hate this clown so much. After the first two murders, I should have been caught. There was no reason why I should have been caught. What he's really trying to say here is, I'm so smart that I got away with it. The police should have found me. I was so sloppy, but I should have never gotten away with it. And that's not because smart. It's because there was no forensic testing back then. Like, police were running around with their heads cut off. There were murderers happening every day, every hour, like all the fucking time. This has nothing to do with his intellect or how smart he was. It's more about how overwhelmed the police department was. But here he is trying to brag.
Murders, even as we speak, if they're doing 1,000 out of the stop. With section. Even after police warnings against hitchhiking,
You know, I'm kind of curious about when the tides turned on hitchhiking. Like, when I grew up, like, you absolutely did. It was don't get in a stranger's car, don't hitchhike. Okay, most of us are kind of on that same page. So I guess it's from all the hitchhiking murders that basically happened, like in the 70s and 80s. I'm telling you guys, this is immense.
Ironically, one warning advised riding only in cars with university stickers. Car had such a sticker.
access clear enough. You know what we were talking about as we're driving around, almost as often as not, the guy that's going around doing this. And the second
And he enjoyed it. He enjoyed that. He loves feeling like he's smart. And he, in little ways, he's actually bragging about how smart he is, but he's not emphasizing it. He's just kind of dropping that nugget and expecting you to pick up on it and say that he's smart. Think about it. Him sitting in the car with these girls that he doesn't murder, but maybe giving them a ride home or something like that. Him feeling like he has the power of whether they live or die. He definitely enjoyed that. But he also really enjoyed talking about this crazy guy who's killing all these girls, knowing that he was that guy and just sitting there and he could act like he wasn't. He enjoyed being the smart guy.
So how come they get somebody at that time? Judge me not to do this.
Blaming her.
I was getting easier. I was getting better at it.
Look, bragging about himself again. He's getting better at it. He's getting less. Then he's gonna switch. He's gonna transition to something else. He's gonna drop the nugget and like bragging about how smart he is, and he's gonna transition to something else.
I started talking at invisibility. Mother's residence, with her at home, my neighbor came home upstairs. The picture went on the pocket knife, lights are on. All they have to do is walk by, look out, my panic. Why did you keep that locked and why did you keep it? Childhood. Father chopping the heads off for that chicken. Mother was sitting and ate it for dinner. We could say it was something that
Actually, I think that's exactly what it was. I think that's exactly why he cut their heads off and kept them to take his power back.
I'm sure that may have implemented something. It may have gotten something a lot of years ago. Be able to, in 1 minute, have someone's head very shortly thereafter. And 5 minutes later, I put that away, knock on the door, and I put it away. To the door. No answer. We discussed it.
Okay, so this is really interesting. I was reading about this before. This was like a while ago, where I was reading something about criminals that do very bizarre things at the scene of the crime. Like, for example, there are people sometimes that will kill somebody and then they'll go in the bathroom and poop and not flush the toilet. Okay, so for us in our world, that's ridiculous, right? That's absolutely ridiculous. However, what kind of happens in the human brain is once you cross a massive morality like boundary, such as murdering somebody, you enter this other realm of morality where almost anything goes. Things that we wouldn't normally do or things that we would see as very bizarre, these people are willing to do once they've crossed that moral boundary. He was probably dropping hints, doing some odd things that he doesn't even realize he was doing because you have to basically come back to society after doing something like that. The brain is just not in the right headspace.
Some people go crazy. Some people go confused. You just not in the reality. Walking up the stairs, the camera guy, watching the young woman. That first thing is walking up to my apartment, asking a happy young couple.
He loves the shock.
Nodded and smiled at me.
He loves the shock. He loves getting away with it.
They're going out. Okay. I'm aware of both of these realities. Just why?
I literally just talked about that. The two completely different realities. And he's sitting here bragging about it. I was completely aware of these different realities. God, I don't even know. I'm just gonna finish and let him play. This guy is so cringe. These women were killed. They were assaulted. They were abducted, all because this man hated his mother. Okay? Holy sh- get a grip.
And all this time, Kemper was able to see Norman. He even hung out at a bar across the street from the courthouse, making friends with policemen, trying to pick up information. Not information, but from something to the father. During speculation, if it's not likely, hackers go to friendly meetings. And just dismiss. I would get knowledge that
Take a shot every.
watching.
Not just have that. Dude. How did you get the knowledge to have something? Why would you ask that? Why would you keep asking that? Why? This is TV in the 70s. This is it. This is coverage on of serial killers in the 70s. This is the same thing. When that interviewer asked Richard Ramirez, well, now that you've joined the ranks of Ted Bundy, the Green River Killer, joined the ranks? God, I hate this shit, man. Like, I mean, I get it. It's the 70s and there were no parameters and there was no ethics of, covering murder and true crime and stuff, but it's just annoying because people still watch these videos and they don't realize how cringe these motherfuckers are. Now let's watch Ed brag about himself again while I collect myself and trying to break down on a Monday.
Just the gimmicks, the actual things, the tidbits, the stuff. But the logic behind it was I would not allow myself to walk into even a potential trap of behavior.
I'm so smart.
One of those was talking about those things, initiating conversations about them. There was a loyal service, very believable.
If you kill me, don't come to my fucking funeral. Don't even consider it. Don't talk about it on TV. Don't. Absolutely not. Because, bro, I'm telling you, man, especially if I've been in heaven longer than you, I already made some friends up there.
There's one too many episodes, one too many crime shows where that is.
Was he killing these people while his mother was still alive? Because I think that that was like if that's true, the ultimate form of sadism there was his mother worked at the school, so he started killing women at the school to get back at his mom, and he enjoyed living in that same house and just snaking it out under his mom. This is like, this is so. Just move out. Move out. Seriously. And then like this is major incel vibes. Homie, you're 6'9". People put fucking 6'2" in their Tinder bio. Like you're good. Like just fucking move out. And I talk about it this way because there are people out here like Ed Kemper that think they're smart and would go out and kill people because of mommy issues. Like this is like I'm peeing crying right now because I'm so fucking annoyed. Like, why did 10 people have to die because he was using them as pawns to get back at his mother? How embarrassing is that? Actually embarrassing. If you are killing people to get back at your mother, that is embarrassing.
Has personal effects. The last two pillars.
God.
No, but when he arrested me for having all those guns, he arrested the closet to see if there was a pistol. He couldn't have helped notice the purse, book bag, and toy. The two latest murders. Possibly insane.
Also, latest murder victim. Can you imagine being a family member of one of the young women that was killed and who's talking about it like it's a roster and then they're airing this on national television?
Can't move. Back we go outside. He still thinks, well, this is a really nice. Some of these people do what you and I do to become better. Full stop inside.
the Apple Fistula. Simple said he did. Like he could have gone on. He said he had fantasies of killing. In his case, he said publicly that it was his mother that he was killing all along.
Mm-hmm.
He killed his mother.
He's done.
Okay.
Deep psychological observation. Once I had to kill more girls. Out of state. My mother was I can't get away from her. We're still fighting. She's still belittling. She's still as a puppet on a string.
Belittling him.
She won't go my fight.
Okay, breaking news. Yes, okay. I don't know who needs to hear this. Yes, your parents know exactly how to push all of your buttons. Your parents are probably the ones that created your triggers. So yes, they know how to push your buttons and make you dance like a monkey. That's for everyone. They fucking made them. Your siblings and your family or whoever you grew up with created your triggers. So yeah, they push those buttons. So when you're around those people, you have to protect yourself consciously, right? Like, come on. Like, what is this? Breaking news? What do you think? They just appeared out of thin air?
It even got physical.
Want a lunch that's quick and easy? Then add Huel Instant Meals to your daily routine. Huel gets that finding time for a healthy hot meal.
So yeah, work on Ashby Avenue. One of his flowers. Cute little doll. But the real experience. I want to see how together I can resist. One way, I know they need to go the other. Right back after the first murder. I'm saying to myself, oh my God, all I got to do is relax, and they'll take me. I put that in the car. And gently as I could, I took him where he needed to go. College. That was 1 week before I murdered my mother. She's got to die, and I've got to die. Of course, I died. That's when I decided I wanted to murder my mother. She went out to the party, she got south, she came home, sleep. By that, I got came out, walked up to the bed, house the night before. Oh, I suppose you're going to want to sit up all night and talk. Girl, sit. Good night.
That's what choked him up. That comment, him repeating and reliving that comment, is what choked him up. Not talking about stabbing the girl to death, bringing the two girls in the car, shooting this person, the police coming to his house for one thing. The one comment that choked Edmund Kemper up was his mom reading a paperback book, drunk in bed, saying, I guess you're going to want to talk all night, huh? Move out of your mom's fucking house. Like, how dare you make this your life story? Your mom is a nagging bitch, and then you decapitated people over it? Like, who does that? Who fucking does that? And then people platform him after and then acted like he was smart. Chat. Is this person smart? Is this guy smart? Someone, that was just a fear mongering thing. Like, how could a smart man do this? And now he's gonna get choked up over his mom saying, you gotta stay up all night talking. You know what I would have done? I would have sat down. I would have been like, yeah, I'm gonna talk all night. What you gonna do about it, bitch? What you gonna do? I would have just run my mouth. Not gone out and kill nobody. God damn, dude. Cry about it, Ed.
I knew it. You killed him.
Cry about it.
And I'm still cold. Literally, that's a little rock. Look at China.
Anyway, fuck this guy.
But my mother, you know,
I went right back to her. For 7 years, she said. Go to her son, one of our arguments. Cut off your head. The woman's dead. Because the way she raises her son, and the way her son is raised, the way
No,
he grows up.
no,
What's
no. We must accept that sometimes our parents are either pieces of shit, or sometimes they do their best and they don't get everything right, or sometimes you might be we're raised to believe that our mom and dad have this big S on their chest. They're Superman, Supermom, Super Dad, or whatever. There becomes a point in your life where your parents become humanized. Your parents are people. They are humans. I mean, the fact that Ed says that his mom is alcoholic to begin with, like, what does that tell you? You know, you could have a parent that was abused as a child, and then in turn, the abused becomes the abuser, and now you're being abused. Move out. Your parents are not perfect. You are not here on this earth to chase your mother's affection. That is not your purpose. That is not why you're here. And sure, follow your parents' direction, 16, 17, 18, fuck it, maybe even 20. But after a while, you must break out of that and define your own life.
grandmother, mother-in-law, mother, to Rosenberg, to say what they were like and let them be. Uncle Wayne, and the daughters, strong and Uncle Wayne. I still love my mother. It's hard for somebody to comprehend that you murder your mother that you love. It isn't a rational process. It isn't rational.
I think that comes from societal or the culture standards that we must love our mothers. Your parents can do bad things, and you are allowed to be mad at them for them. You don't have to internalize it. You don't have to bottle it up. You don't need to have a one-on-one conversation with them. You don't need to even get the accountability from your parents. Trust and believe that what they did was wrong. Trust and believe that they have treated you like you're powerless and you're small and you're voiceless, and then do what you want with that, right? I like look. Somebody just said in chat, I don't even claim my mother anymore. Fine, exactly. It's fine. I'm tired of society telling us that we have to forgive somebody just because they share the same blood as them. Absolutely not.
Let's stop. Once my mother was dead, it was almost a cathartic process. I got physically ill. She died. My mother. I sheriff's department. Parking lot across the street. Concrete parking berms.
Okay, okay, stop. Somebody said in chat, this is so aggressive. Gonna show my mama how skin hungry I am. Okay, without context in the stream, that's gonna be like one of the creepiest. I can get it. I just gasped so. Do you know when you read that? Because we'll show my mama how skin hungry I am. Bro, don't say it like that. Hey, mom, I need a. I think you're gonna walk up and be like, mama, skin hungry. Sitting on the couch watching TV and your 12-year-old comes up and says that to you. Oh, please.
Banging doors that still no. No, they'll never open again. You give up.
Somebody came in and said, what did I just come into? And the next person said, mother, I crave skin. Wait, I'm gonna get the broom. I'm gonna get the broom. I cannot fucking reach out right now. and y'all are not about to fuck up my YouTube video. Sometimes on YouTube when stuff like this happens with chat, they cut it out of the video, and then YouTube doesn't give the context, and then they'll just start seeing all the crazy shit that you guys are saying on the side. So probably what's gonna happen is my editor's gonna cut all of this out, and then chat's just gonna see you guys saying, "Mother, I crave skin."
You're giving away my freedom. I don't need to. All right, I wish I had. People will still be with their families, with their loved ones.
Oh, shut up. Oh, shut the fuck up, you stupid sack of fucking shit. Okay, through this entire interview, he has talked about these women as though they are not people. I called this out earlier when I said they were like rosters. And then he comes back and he says, and those people, not those things, those people would still be with their families. He doesn't believe that. He doesn't believe that statement at all. That is a manipulative statement that he's putting out to put out whatever narrative he wants the public to believe about him while he's being platformed. Okay? You sat here and talked about these women like they were objects the entire time, and now he's like, they would be with their families and their loved ones. Oh, shut the up, mommy's boy. know how much of this I'm even going to be able to get through. But I said I would watch it. Anybody can kill people. This is y'all's man? Really? Lord, please give me strength on this day to get through this. Ted Bundy's final interview before he was executed on January 24th, 1989. There's enough media covering the crimes of Ted Bundy. But as a reminder to you guys, here on my channel, I don't like to glorify murderers. I don't like to talk about a serial killer's history and blah, blah, blah. I'm really here just to remind you guys how much of a big piece of shit there are. There's still a lot of people that are hybristophiliacs that are Ted Bundy fans. But let's take a look at who they're a fan of. This is 30 minutes long. I don't know why back in the 70s people were interviewing these killers like celebrities. Like, I have a feeling we're going to see it in here, but the questions that they ask them sometimes are just mind blowing. Bring back that guy that was roasting Jodi Arias.
You said today you want to give Travis's family closure. Your dad.
Oh.
Bring that back. We want more of that. I will say though, there was a period of time where people decided, what was that show? There was a period of time where they realized, wait, we have all these serial killers locked up. Well, we should be talking to them to figure out the psychology of what's going on. But why were we airing this as a big international? I have no idea. I don't know.
That it is. So, what we see. Stay.
You won't.
What is going through your thoughts? So much ridiculous. I won't get you to say that something that I have control of or something that I can determine what I'm sometimes.
Wow, that's crazy. He's had all this time sitting in jail to come to terms with everything that he did that led him up to this point, but he just still can't wrap his head around it. I want to remind you that Ted Bundy is a highly manipulative person. People called him charismatic back in the day, but really what it was is he's so desperate to be liked. He's emulating traits of likable human beings, like the understandingness, the calmness, just that he's just a guy. He's going to emulate that through the interview because he wants people to like him and he knows people are watching.
I feel very tranquil, and other times I don't feel tranquil at all. What's going through my mind right now is to use the minutes and hours that I have left as fruitfully as possible and see what happens. It helps to live in the moment in the essence that we use it productively. So right now I'm feeling calm and in large part because I'm here with you.
If you ask your family what they want for dinner and you get 4 different answers, this one's for you. With Home Chef Sphinx.
Oh, because you see it? You see what I'm seeing?
Guilty of killing many women. Yes. Yes, it's true. Ted, how did it happen? What are the antecedents of the behavior that we've seen? So much grief, so much sorrow, so much pain for so many people.
Dude, okay, part of the reason why I hate this so much is because in a way, in Ted's brain, this is almost like gassing him up. Take me back to what happened to you. I mean, all the sorrow that you caused. It's like him saying to him, all the power that you had to hurt all these people. There was all this grief, all this sorrow. Let me be clear. Anybody can kill people, okay? Anybody can do it, but we choose not to because we're not giant pieces of shit. It's not powerful to be able to cause all of this grief and sorrow. If anything, it's more powerful if you have these thoughts and you fight them, okay? It is in no way, shape, or form. Ooh, how am I? Minute and 20 seconds in. Lord, please give me strength on this day.
How did this moment come about?
This we may not get far here, but let's just go back for a second and take a look at that textbook, Duper's Delight. You saw it. You ain't got to smile before you open your mouth, fool.
Is there enough time to explain it all? I don't know. I think I understand it, though. Understand what happened to me to the extent that I can see how certain feelings and ideas developed in me to the point where I began to act out on them. Certain very violent and very destructive. See, let's go back then.
He's going to say it has something to do with sex. That's what he's going to say.
Not physically abused. You are not sexually abused. You are not emotionally abused. No, no way. And that's part of the tragedy of this whole situation.
This is really some of y'all's man. Y'all out here making these fan cams of him. Can I ask you something? Who was your dad? Like, who was your father? What manipulative, psychopathic traits did your dad or your mom have that this is your type now? Because this is like so embarrassing. This man is a bitch. Who is making fan cams of this? Like, this is y'all's man? Really? I'm not gonna make it.
I grew up in a wonderful home with two dedicated and loving parents, one of 5 brothers and sisters. A home where we as children were the focus of my parents' lives, where we regularly attended church with 2 Christian parents who did not drink, they did not smoke, there was no gambling, there was no physical abuse, fighting in the home. I'm not saying this was Leave It to Beaver, but perfect. No, I don't
Stop talking to him like he's a person.
It was a fine, solid Christian home, and nobody, I hope no one will try to take the easy way out and to try to blame or otherwise accuse my family of contributing to this, because I know, and I'm trying to tell you as honestly as I know how.
He's trying to emulate these personality traits that people really respect, which is like gratitude for time, like taking time for stillness, calmness, or giving respect to his parents. That's kind of like it's more of a power and control thing, I think.
This is a message I want to get across.
Whatever message he wants to get across, I just want to skip that. Right now, I have the power.
Gone about as far as you could go in your own fantasy life with printed material. And you
Okay, this is about like weird sex stuff basically. I've heard him in other interviews before, like tried to blame this on sexual urges, this, that, and the third. Listen, everybody, especially like guys when they're younger, they're looking at stuff, okay? They're not doing what he did. Point blank period, it's not an excuse. No matter what the cause is, whether it's abuse or whether it's having fantasies or anything, the actual issue is not being able to control yourself. Yeah, people have they have split entities that are violent, that are weird, that are delusional, and all of this. But it's our responsibility as human beings to merge the self as a whole and understand your shadow side, understand your good side, and not act on urges that hurt you or hurt the public at large. And we can't just blame reading a magazine or seeing a porno on not being able to control ourselves. It's you. It's you. You're the problem.
I say pornography generally, but with pornography that deals on a violent level with sexuality. Once you become addicted to it, and I look at this as a kind of addiction, like other kinds of addiction, I would keep looking for more potent, more explicit, more graphic kinds of material. Like an addiction, you keep craving something which is harder, harder.
Hey, what's up there?
Oh, I switched to H&R Block. Doing my own taxes online. I was able to file 3.
Something which gives you a greater sense of excitement.
Walk with me. We're going deep into Bo's assumption land here. Just a moment. His little
Here we go.
storyline about I was just a young boy that grew up in a nice house and da 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 da. And then I started watching porn and it did something horrible to me. Then it was more da 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 da. In my opinion, there's a portion of this that comes from a guy having a bad relationship with a woman and then they somehow incorporate violence with that anger. If you have a bad experience with somebody of any gender, once again, it is your responsibility to not let a violent fantasy escalate because you just hate all women now because your mom was mean to you. But like B, it's just recognizing that. It's just like recognizing all this. this little story of his about just being a normal boy that started seeing violent things. Like, no, you probably had some type of issue with women and you weren't dealing with it, and this was your way of dealing with it. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't play out that way. There is always a root cause to these type of things, and him trying to control this it is in this way is like it's really embarrassing and it doesn't make sense.
What? He began to break the law. He didn't get along with his stepmother, and killed his stepdad. A lot.
Until you reach the point where the pornography only goes so far. You reach that jumping off point where you begin to wonder if maybe actually doing it will give you that which is beyond just reading about it or looking at it. How long did you stay at that point before you actually assaulted someone? Yeah, you see, well, I would say a couple of years. And what was I was dealing with there were very strong inhibitions.
I know the Hydros really. I know you're here. How many people in chat think that this man is like boring or embarrassing right now? Can we just have a come to Jesus moment with the Ted Bundy girls right now? Guys, you're better than this. You are better than this, and I hope that your Ted Bundy phase is just a fleeting moment when I don't know what you're going through, but I hope that it's a moment. I actually genuinely believe this. No matter who you are, you deserve better than this. You deserve better than living in a fantasy world where you think you can fix Ted Bundy, and you deserve better than being attracted to a bum-looking serial killer. Like you do. So I really hope that it's a fleeting moment in your life. And I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Ted Bundy. Like this is so guys. I don't think I can get through any more of it. I really don't. Guys, the verdict is in. We can't do it. Bye, Ted.
Do you think you have what it takes?
Oof. That was. Thank you for sitting with me. I got half my my discussion. Those in college or who's still in college. You get the struggle. It's hard. It's too much. Yeah. Um. Well, thanks for entertaining me or keeping me company. And have a good night.